Why do most aspirants score very less marks even after they put a significant effort in the mains? What are you getting in this Unbreakable challenge? You'll get a very disciplined 15-day challenge for every GS paper. You will be getting daily targets. You will be getting access to the X Factor notes. If you look into the citizen charter questions, UPSC have asked the same. If you look into the local governance question, UPSC have asked the same. So, since the UPSC have a tendency to repeat the PYQs, this is the way comparison can help you to improve your answers, thereby comparing your answers with another person's answers or even 5 to 6 answers, which I am going to be discussing in the Zoom lab. Every 15 days, we'll be covering all the GS papers, starting with art and culture for 3 days, modern history for the next 3 days, followed by society and also by geography. And also, let me tell you, we are going to start tomorrow, exactly on June 18th. Good day everyone, Srijay here, and I hope all of you are doing well. You know, almost all the aspirants who have scored more than 420 in the GS papers have had a very clear-cut approach. Now, if you want to replicate the same, be it in this year's mains or even if you're aiming for 2026, stay with me for the next 20 minutes because today I'm not going to just tell you how the rankers did it. I'm going to show you how you can do the same in a step-by-step method. Now, let me ask you a very simple question. Why do most aspirants score very less marks even after they put a significant effort in the mains? It's not because they don't study well. It's not because they don't write the answers. It's because that they don't follow the micro themes. They don't write the PYQs and they don't have a very disciplined approach. Now, this is why we at Civilsdaily are introducing a 15-day structured answer writing challenge known as the Unbreakable Mains challenge. Here's what we do in the challenge. So as you can see here, we are going to be starting the challenge by focusing on art and culture. So the first 3 days we'll be focusing on art and culture, followed by modern history, which again has been allotted 3 days. So Indian society, followed by that, we are focusing on 4 days, and Indian geography will be focusing on the next 5 days. So in every 15 days, we'll be finishing one GS paper. We'll have an exclusive Telegram group for all of these. And exactly 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to post 5 previous year questions based on the topics allotted to you. And you have to send me the answers by mail by exactly 4 p.m. The submission deadline is 4 p.m. and you have to submit your answers before 4 p.m. And also at exactly 7 p.m. we are going to be having a live Zoom session wherein I am going to be discussing the answer key to that, how to write the introduction, how to write the body part, how to write the conclusion, how to take a beginner level introduction conclusion to a ranker level conclusion. And also one of the important part of the Zoom session would be I'll be comparing around 5 to 6 answer keys of the people who have sent me. Therein by you can get how different people write different introductions, be it body part or conclusions. You know, comparative evaluation is one of the biggest techniques for you to improve your answer writing. You know, when we see it same answer written by different people, all of them would be writing different body parts. All of you would be writing in different methods. Thereby you can understand how to think differently, how to come up with different approaches such as stakeholder approach, temporal approach, and other different approaches. I'll show you a beautiful example. Now, this is a same question written by Animesh and also Aditya, who was all in their rank 1 and 2. Now, here you can see that the question here is, with suitable examples, discuss how environmental pressure groups enhance public participation and responsiveness with regard to environmental policies in India. Now, how did Animesh write it? He wrote by introducing an example here, right? He has written, in Dehradun Quarry case and Vellore Community Welfare case, judiciary has highlighted the right to environment in an inevitable fundamental right wherein pressure groups play a significant role in the true reflection of the same. Now, here, he didn't randomly provide the definition of pressure groups. Rather, he had provided an example or a fact to talk about or to set the context regarding the same. Now, this is a very beautiful introduction as you can see here, but what did Aditya provide here? He provided that Pressure groups are a group of organized people formed while exercising rights under Article 1916 of the 1916 of the Constitution. So here you can see that two different people have given two different introductions. Now what about the body part here? If you look at here, both of the toppers have followed a different path. What did Animesh do? He provided a lot of examples like Chipko Bandhan, wetland conservation, water conservation, popular registration. But what then Aditya do? He followed a different approach, saying that interest articulation, political socialization, generating more interest. Now one has followed more by providing more examples, and one has followed a different template regarding the same. This is the way comparison can help you to improve your answers, thereby comparing your answers with another person's answers or even 5 to 6 answers, which I am going to be discussing in the Zoom lab. When we analyzed the different courses offered by different academies, we found two major faults in them. The first one is that they don't focus on the micro themes. They just provide you random questions for you to write and has no relevance with the micro themes or the topics that UPSC have been asking questions. The second one is that they don't want you to write the answer, because even if you don't write the answer, or say even if you don't write the answer, they need not pay the mentors, Therefore, the academies doesn't actually motivate you to write the answers. Now, this is two major mistakes that we have found in almost all the academies, and we wanted to fix it the same with this challenge. Now, why do we focus on the PYQs? It's because that PYQs are the closest to what the UPSC has to offer, right? If an academy provides it's a question, they might not align with the PYQs, but then if you're writing the PYQs, you know how UPSC will answer or how UPSC will ask the questions, right? And the second one is that if you look into the PYQs, you can see that a PYQs have been repeated n number of times. Let's say, if I am to provide example, you can see here that in 2020, the rocket architecture has been asked, and in 2015 as well, the same Mesolithic rocket architecture has been asked by UPSC. And if you go through the 2024 question, you can see here that the one nation, one election has been asked by UPSC in 2024. And also in 2017 as well, what did UPSC ask? UPSC have asked again regarding the one nation, one election, or even the simultaneous elections. If you look into the citizen charter questions, UPSC have asked the same. If you look into the local governorship question, UPSC have asked the same. So since the UPSC have a tendency to repeat the PYQs, it's always better to write the PYQs because it might repeat in 2025 or even 2026 as well. That's why we are focusing on the PYQs as such. Also, as one topper has mentioned, how do we write the best answers? You write the best answers by writing every day, right? So discipline is what separates you from a topper. Almost all my mentees who have get into the holy PDF, they have been very disciplined. They don't skip the mentorship sessions. They don't skip the answer writing sessions as such. So let me tell you, if you want to be a ranker, you have to be very disciplined. And for the next 15 days at exactly 4 p.m. you have to submit your answers, and also you should try joining the session by exactly 7 p.m. as well. You need not, what I'm telling you is that you need not focus on the perfection. Just send me the 5 answers or even the 4 answers that you're writing at that time. Don't go for perfection, but then you learn to write. For 14 days, if you start writing, it will become a part of your habit and it will push you more in order to improve your answers. Now, let me tell you, we also have a competition, in order to motivate you, we have several surprises and rewards waiting for you. And one of them is that you will have one-on-one sessions with several of the toppers from 2023 and 2024. If you, continue the session, continue the series with us, or continue with the challenge, Unbreakable challenge that we are offering you. Now, how does this challenge work? So, every 15 days, we'll be covering all the GS papers, starting with art and culture for 3 days, modern history for the next 3 days, followed by society and also by geography. And also, let me tell you, we are going to start tomorrow. Exactly on June 18th, we'll start this session. We start this challenge by focusing on art and culture. So every day, I'm going to provide 5 PYQ based questions from art and culture, followed by the completion of GS papers in the first 15 days. So how did we select these questions, or how did we select these topics? We have a clear-cut analytical data regarding all the questions which has been asked by UPSC from 2013. So if you look at the table here, you can see that in terms of art and culture mains questions, 30 questions, 30 questions have been asked by UPSC in the last 10 years. Okay. Now, from the 30 questions, 8 has been from kingdoms and their highlights. Sources of history have been asked 7 times. Indus Valley has been asked 3 times. Bhakti and Sufi movement 3 times. Buddhism 3 times. And Indian philosophy has been asked 1 time. Now, we have only dedicated 3 days for art and culture. So what did we do here? We took all the important micro themes and we'll be only focusing on those micro themes that UPSC have asked question. So the first day we have dedicated for sources of Indian history because 7 days, 7 questions have been asked from here. Second day we'll be focusing on the Indian philosophy, wherein 7 questions have come. And on the third day, we'll be focusing on the kingdom and highlights and also Indus Valley, wherein the 11 questions have been asked. So we won't be asking you about art forms or even the Nalanda University such and such and questions, because they are morely one-off questions, right? If you want to clear mains this time or even next year, you have to focus on the micro themes. So here is the first day schedule. We provide a very comprehensive list of the schedule or even the topics that you have to focus. So as I said before, the first day will be focusing on the sources of Indian history, and we have mainly 4 sources. The one is archaeological source, second one is literary source, the third one is the foreign accounts, and the fourth one is the oral traditions. And we also give a very comprehensive list of all the topics that you have to make the notes as well. So here you can see that the material remains is written here. On that you have to make notes on how pottery helps in understanding the society, religion and economy, how the seals helps in understanding the society, religion, economy, how the sculptures helps us in understanding, how the Ashokan edicts helps us in understanding the society, religion, economy. So I have provided, or I should say, all the important topics that you need to make notes on. What if we come to the literary sources? What are the most important areas that you need to focus? You have the secular test and how it provides information regarding all the things which I have discussed. The Sangam literature, the same goes for the topic, and even the religious test. What about the foreign accounts? You have Greek and Roman, Chinese, Arab, and also certain important personalities such as Al-Bruni and other different travelers and the kingdom that they have visited and how they provide the sources regarding the religion, society, technology and the same. Now, for every day, we provide such intensive and analytical areas wherein UPSC have asked questions. So here, if you look into religious philosophies, the first topic would be Vedic literature and early Hinduism, heterodox, the Bhakti movement, how it led to the development of secularism, how it led to the reduction of casteism, emphasis on quality and devotion. So we'll be providing all those areas wherein you have to make the notes as well. We'll be providing a comprehensive list of all the areas where you have to make the notes as well. Now, it's not that we don't provide the notes, okay? We also provide you the best note in the market right now, which is the X Factor notes. Now, in this X Factor notes, you can see here, we have provided a very dramatical and in a diagram model we have provided. You can see here the role of caste. You have political, institutional, economic and social points. You have the way forward, and you also have data which is given in the tabular format here, right? So in the X Factor notes, the flash notes, everything will be provided to you at free as a part of this initiative. And in the X Factor notes, you will be given all the frameworks. As you can see here, if a question regarding the Mauryan age is asked, you can write or you can basically quote this introduction we have provided here. If a question regarding the Gupta Empire is asked, you can provide such and such introduction. Also, regarding the main body part as well, you can see here a sectional approach is provided. You can see here a pestle approach is also provided. So it's not just that we provide you 5 questions, rather we provide you all the content that you require. We also provide you all the frameworks, and we also provide you the way forward conclusions, such as in case a question is asked regarding the Chola Empire, you can write that they can be included in the Swadesh Darshan scheme. It can be included in the Prasad scheme. You can introduce with the code that Modi, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given, such as Bikasit B or Virat B. So we provide you all the X factor things which can improve your marks by at least 1 in almost every questions, that is taking from a beginner level introduction or a beginner level conclusion to a ranker level introductions and the conclusions. So we'll be also providing you model answers by the toppers in case of all the GS questions, all the GS topics. So what are you getting in this Unbreakable challenge? You'll get a very disciplined 15-day challenge for every GS paper. You will be getting daily targets. You will be getting access to the X Factor notes. You will be getting the frameworks, data points, micro themes, model answers, toppers answer copies. Also, you will be getting mentorship session, as in we'll be reviewing some of the best answers that you guys have sent me. Also, you will get a comparative analysis of 5 to 6 papers that I'm going to be discussed in the online Zoom session. Now, let me tell you that this is a no-brainer to not join this challenge. If you want to get your marks into the 400 range or even the 420s or even the 430s, you must, let me tell you, join this challenge and be a part of it. So, but then there are several rules regarding the same. You kind of need some motivation, right? Either you can be rewarded or there can be some punishment in order to push the challenge or in order to motivate the same. So what are the rules here? The first rule is that if you stop writing the answers, then you will be removed from the Telegram group and you won't be getting any access to the frameworks, X Factor notes, or even you cannot join the Zoom session. So if you tell me for a genuine reason that, so 1 to 2 days I can now join due to specific reasons, that is fine. But then if you don't write the answers for even 1 week or even 3 to 4 days, you will be removed from the Telegram group. Second one, there is no compromise on the submission deadline. So at exactly 4 p.m., you have to write your answers. Then only we'll be reviewing your answers and be sharing you on, and only be sharing on the comparative analysis, which I'm going to take on the 7 p.m. If you miss the deadline, I'm not going to be showing your answer. Even if it is the best answer, I'm not going to be showing at the 7 p.m. Zoom session. Also, this is not a mandatory thing, but then try to attend all the live sessions, because I'm going to be sharing you, I'm going to be comparing all the answers, all your answers. I mean, not all your answers, at least I'll be comparing around 5 to 6 answers for the same. And let me tell you, we have taken a lot of effort in creating this. We have a very analytical table regarding all the questions. Let's say you can see here in 2024, 4 questions have been asked from internal security, 5 questions have been asked from S&T, 2 questions from environment. So this has been taken into account. It's not randomly that we gave 3 days for art and culture, 3 days for modern history. We have taken all this into account. We have underlined or we have analyzed all the micro themes. Now that's how we have dedicated 15 days to a subject. And among the 15 days, you have art and culture has been allotted 3 days, modern history has been allotted 3 days on the basis of the micro themes and on the basis of the number of questions that UPSC have asked regarding the similar topic. As you can see here, it covers almost all the areas, and you have to write these PYQs or you have to focus on these micro themes, because almost 90% of the questions for the upcoming mains or even the mains after will come from these PYQs. So you cannot miss it. And you have to focus on these topics which I'm going to provide every day. Let me tell you, if you're tired of scattered study plans, uncertainty, and generic advices, This is your turning point. Just give me 15 days and I'll show you what real momentum feels like. Because it's not just about writing answers, it's about becoming unbreakable. So do join the plan, or I would say do join the challenge. Try to prove yourself, try to challenge yourself. Do join the challenge, because this is going to be the differentiator, or I would say this is going to be the X factor that will determine your fate in the next coming days. So to join the challenge, you can scan the QR code which is here, or you can join the Telegram link which will be provided in the description below. So hoping to see you all tomorrow in the challenge, and I wish you all the very best for the upcoming mains. Thank you.